Hi everybody, this is Cube of Cars, I am Mike, and today I want to give you an update on my Fiat 130 Pininfarina, or for the non-Italians, my Fiat 130 Coupé. I have bought the car about 3 years ago and driven 5,000 kilometers, so I think it's a good time to give you a summary of my ownership costs. What did I pay for repair, maintenance, tax, insurance, and so on? And unfortunately there were some repairs. Maybe for you it's interesting to know if this Italian diva drained my wallet. Let's start with the purchase price. I bought this 1972 model with 114,000 kilometers on the clock in summer 2017 for 20,000 euro. It was an Italian registered car. It spent its former life in the beautiful Italian capital of Roma. It has never seen any salty roads, it has never had an accident, but it benefited from a fresh camp belt service and it didn't seem to need any apparent work. I only felt it was necessary to install a period correct Blaupunkt radio for another 450 euros. And I had to pay about 685 euros for getting the car registered in Germany, and that's especially for the thorough inspection to get my H number plates, and also a valuation for my insurance was necessary. So my total initial investment was a little bit above 21,000 euros. In Germany, the annual tax for a historic vehicle is flat rate of 191 euro, and my annual insurance for a fully comprehensive cover with agreed value is 218 euro. Then you have the mandatory technical inspection every second year. That's about 112 euros every second year. These fixed costs add up to 465 euro per year, tax, insurance, technical inspection. And I think that's not really much, at least compared with modern cars where you also have to calculate for the depreciation. How much would tax and insurance for the Fiat be in your country? Cheaper or more expensive? Maybe you can let us all know in the comments below. Then we have the bills for maintenance. The Fiat got 2 services in these 3 years' time. The first one was a small service which just was an oil change and some minor work, and that one costed 360 euro. The second service was a big one which did not only include another oil change but also adjustment of valve clearance, maintenance on the carburetor, on the ignition, new spark plugs, and so on. I had this big service done at a Fiat Classic Car specialist and I paid 800 euro for that one. So in total my maintenance costs were about 1,200 euro, and that translates to 400 euros per year. I usually only buy classic cars in a good condition, and therefore I hope to be spared high repair costs, at least in the first years of ownership. But unfortunately with this Fiat my budget got stressed quite a lot. Repair costs totaled a whopping 2,640 euros in the first 3 years of ownership. And that's really quite a lot, isn't it? My first repair bill were new bearings for the wheels, some rubber bushings, and this repair was 390 euro. So far so good. Then the car needed some new engine mounts, gearbox mounts, and some other minor work. Again, a repair bill of 550 euro. Again, so far so good. But then I suddenly had a leaking radiator. Unfortunately, a completely rebuilt radiator was 700 euros. I also needed a new expansion tank for the cooling system. Altogether, I finally spent 1,700 euros. This was really a totally unexpected bill, which frustrated me a little bit, to be honest. If you take this total of 2,640 euros in 3 years, that again translates to about 880 euros of annual repair costs. I think a lot. Well, I hope in the following years that will be lower, because I hope now the big things are done. But with a classic car, of course, you never know. Well, if you put everything together now, tax, insurance, repairs, maintenance, you end up with annual costs of 1,750 euro. Did I forget anything? Yes, sure. The gas consumptions. There are really horror stories of the drinking habits of the Fiat 130 on the internet, and you can sometimes read 16 or more liters. I did not experience something like that, so I needed about 12 liters per 100 kilometer, and I think that's totally okay for a 50-year-old luxury car with a 3.2 liter V6 engine. Interestingly, I also found an old article in an old Auto Bild classic magazine, and they scientifically tested the consumption of a broad variety of classic cars, including this Fiat. And they did that on a standardized 150 kilometer drive on city roads, country roads, and also with 140 kilometers per hour on the German Autobahn. And they had a test result of 11.9 liters, so that's really exactly what I had as well. The conclusion of this video can only be, yes, of course, there is some luxury surcharge for owning and driving the best and most luxurious Fiat ever built. But of course, it's totally worth the pleasure. And if you now think, oh, maybe I also would like to own and drive a Fiat 130 Coupé, I might consider selling my car, because I have long-time plans already to buy something completely different, and unfortunately I do not have the budget and the space to just buy everything and never sell any car. So maybe it's up for sale. At least I will leave my email address down below, so you can send an email, make an offer, and well, I will then surely regret it, but I think it's time to move on and get something new. Well, as always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and also leave a comment. That really helps for the YouTube algorithm. And yeah, by the way, if you noticed a continuity error in this video, then great respect for the diligent observer. And for all others, small hint, the number plates. Bye and see you next time.